You're listening to Saturday Morning Media. And now, back to our show. Here we go. Welcome once again to the GrantCast, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Grant Baciocco, and it is a pleasure to have you here downloading, listening, however you are interacting with the show. I certainly appreciate it. I am recording this on Easter Sunday, March 31st, 2024, so happy Easter. You will hear this many weeks after Easter, but nevertheless, that's what's going on, and that's where we are. Last night I did a puppet slam, and if you're not familiar, a puppet slam is an evening of 5-minute or less puppetry acts. So acts that different styles of puppetry, various different things of puppetry, and so Toily performed. I am still wrestling with myself on how to present Toily on stage, whether he be done what we call Avenue Q style, where you see me, the actual puppeteer, the actual performer, or whether it be done where I am completely hidden. And this is something I've been thinking a lot about and thinking about the best way to do it. And so last night I did it where I was hidden. And after the show, a puppeteer named Tommy Fountain, you can find an interview I did with him on underthepuppet.com. He was he was not Sabrina the Teenage Witch. He was Salem the cat on Sabrina the Teenage Witch. That's one of many things he's done in his career. He's awesome. He started working in theme parks for Sid and Marty Krofft, so he's a hell of a puppeteer. And the very first thing he did the show, he comes up and he was like, "I just wanted to tell you, your show was so great." And I was like, "Oh, thank you so much, Tommy. That means a lot coming from you." And he goes, "And I just want to say thank you for keeping the magic of puppets alive. You were hidden. We didn't see you at all. We didn't even see you go behind the stage, the little puppet stage that I was using. It's just so amazing. It's just so fantastic. And just thank you for keeping the magic of puppetry alive." And I was like, "Wow, thank you so much." And like in my head, I'm like, "Yes, this is it. This is the right thing. I have done this. This is the way to present Toily, where he is completely hidden." And then, as soon as he walked away, Kristen Charney, who is another amazing puppeteer. She's worked on Sid the Science Kid. She recently did marionettes for the Netflix series Ratchet and the TV show Fargo, the recent season of Fargo, the marionette segment in there. And we kind of joke with Kristen and her husband Greg that they are the masters of horribly depressing marionettes on TV shows, because that's both of those scenes, if you've seen them, are horrible. I mean, they're amazing puppetry, but they're just really hard to watch scenes, because the feeling is we can't have people really act out these horrible things, so we are going to have puppets act it out. And so luckily, Greg and Kristen, they get to do this. You can hear interviews with both Greg and Kristen, Kristen Charney and Greg Bellora over at underthepuppet.com. This whole show is becoming a promotion for underthepuppet.com. But anyway, as soon as Tommy walks away, and I'm feeling like, this was the right thing, Kristen walks up and goes, "I loved your show, but I miss seeing you. I love watching you perform and watching you puppeteer." And I was just like in my head going, I'm never going to figure this out. Right before I started recording this, I saw that master puppeteer Alan Troutman, who just genius. He worked on dinosaurs. He was the original the first zombie to ever say brains in the movie. He was Tarman. Alan Troutman is amazing. You can also hear interviews with him at underthepuppet.com. And he commented, because I posted about this on Facebook, and he commented, "You know what? Just make it venue specific. You're putting too much thought in it. You're putting too much worry into it. Just worry about the performance. Don't worry about how you present it, and just use whatever works for the venue." So that might be the way to go. He was like, just stop thinking about it so much. And it's like, that may be the thing to do. Speaking of Facebook, I just today got out of Facebook jail. I was in Facebook jail. Why were you in Facebook jail? What horrible things did you do, Grant, to wind up? Did you say that some political figures should be shot? Did you, what wound you up? Here's what I did. I posted a link to a YouTube video of me playing a tabletop wrestling role-playing game. It's not a role-playing game, but it's a tabletop card game. I posted a video, a YouTube link to that in a private Facebook group. And I had previously gotten a little slap on the wrist from Facebook before because I posted some card art, which had like this one wrestler. It's wrestling from the future. And this one wrestler is sort of like this, like he lives in the forest and he, he's very, I don't know what you want to call him, but, he's just very rugged and out there in the forest, and he's like kind of running towards the camera, and he has like a spear, but it's like a big ceremonial, like he's a warrior, kind of like Conan the Barbarian type thing. They said that was depicting violence. It was depicting violence, so I that was a no-no. And that was last year, the end of last year, 2023. And then this one was a video that I posted some while ago that was just, it had wrestlers as the thumbnail. I think it was like Andre the Giant and somebody else, wrestlers as their thumbnail. And that one got taken down for copyright infringement. But because I had those two posts, I got thrown into Facebook jail. And the craziest thing, they took down the whole group. The whole group is banned. The whole group is gone because that group allowed me to post those things. And those things are not, I mean, you look at Facebook and you see what people are posting screen caps, people are posting everything. And it's like, yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, I'm calling this episode How to Get Out of Facebook Jail. Here's how to get out of Facebook jail. Do not do what I did. Because for the copyright infringement one, I was like, this is not copyright infringement. This is me playing a game, and it's not copyright infringement. The people who create the game freely let people make videos of the game, And the video wasn't even hosted on Facebook. The video was hosted on YouTube. So what they let you do is they let you appeal. There's a little button that says, see your options. And one of the options is you can appeal this. So when you appeal something, they have a big old form for you to fill out. And they were like, we can't find the link to what you posted. Can you tell us what was posted and where? Well, you couldn't find the link because the the group that I posted in was gone. So I had to describe, it's like, oh, this was the name of the group, and this was what it was, and it was a private Facebook group, and then what did you post? Oh, I posted this video, because the video's on YouTube, right? So I put the link in there. I posted a link to this video, but it's a video of me playing this game that this company that the group was for put up, and then it said, why do you believe that this should not be copyright infringement? And it's like, because it's me playing the game, and it's fair use, and blah, 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 blah. And then it's like, okay, what's your email address? And what's this? And what's that? And then we got to send you a code to make sure that you're not a spammer. And we got to send all this. And I was like, all right. So I filled out this huge form, and then I click submit. And then it pops up a little thing that says, you'll receive an email with your next steps. So the email came in, and the email says, thank you for submitting an appeal. Here's what we need from you. And it was all the same stuff. It was, where did you post this? What did it was, everything was exactly the same. And I was feeling real spicy. I was feeling real saucy. And so what did I do? I just wrote back, I've already given you all this information. It's on the form I filled out that caused you to send me this email. So you can look at it all there. They immediately sent back an email that says, you did not provide us with the information that we requested, so we cannot process your appeal, and you are done. So I was restricted from doing anything on Facebook. I couldn't even like anything. I couldn't answer any messages. I had to find other ways to message people because people were messaging me and I couldn't reply. It was a big pain in the butt. So how to get out of Facebook jail? Reply, I guess, to their emails that they send you, and don't be snotty about it. That's the first thing that you should do, because that's what I was doing. I was being snotty about it. So for the last thing today, I wanted to talk about the song I Lost on Jeopardy by Weird Al Yankovic. Do you remember the song I Lost on Jeopardy by Weird Al Yankovic? I had that album as a kid right when it came out because Eat It was so popular, and that sent me on my path of funny songs was that album. And as a kid, I think I had a vague idea of what Jeopardy was. Like, I knew it was a TV show, but I never watched it. And I never, and even from listening to the song, I think I learned more about Jeopardy by listening to the song. And then I think I was a little bit confused because it was right around the time that like Alex Trebek started hosting. And I was like, well, who's Art Fleming and who's Don Pardo? Because these voices that's the Saturday Night Live announcer guy. But who is Art Fleming? And anyway, but the big question for me is the line, I took potpourri for 100 and then my head started to spin. I didn't know what that meant. Now, of course, looking back, it's the category is called potpourri and he took potpourri for 100. But as a kid, I did not know what that meant. I was like, potpourri for 100? What? I don't understand this. So when you're a kid and you don't understand something, what do? You go ask your parents, right? So I said, hey, Mom, what does potpourri mean? And my mom said, well, it's like this pieces of flowers and sticks and stuff, and they put them all together, and they smell really nice, and like you put them out in your house, and then it smells really nice. It smells very flowery, and anyway, that's what potpourri is. And I was like, oh, thank you. I have no idea what this line in this song means. What is he saying? He took potpourri, like he took these flowers and these sticks and nice smelling things, and then the smell made his head spin. I don't understand it. Now, of course, nowadays I understand it's like, oh, potpourri is a category that where it could just be random mixed up questions. And it's certainly not my mom's fault, right? My mom was answering the question when I said, what is potpourri? She gave me an answer. And I was too, I get like this even now. It's like where I don't ask follow-ups. I'm like, I can't, I'm not going to ask any follow-up because I don't want to bother the person anymore. So if you're wondering what the song I took, or in the line, I took potpourri for 100, and then my head started to spin, and I lost on Jeopardy by Weird Al Yankovic, it's because he took a little basket of flowers and sticks and stuff like that, and then the smell made his head spin. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of the GrantCast. I want to thank you so much for tuning in, for downloading, for subscribing. I want to give a special shout out to all the Saturday Morning Media Patreon patrons, and we will be back really, really soon with another episode of the GrantCast. Goodbye, everybody. This episode of the GrantCast was edited by Stephen Staver. This episode was made possible by the Saturday Morning Media Patreon patrons who've gone to patreon.com/Saturday Morning Media and set up a pledge for as little as $1 a month. Patrons at the behind-the-scenes level and above get access to a video of the recording of these episodes. Big shout-out to all of our patrons, and a special shout-out to our patron producers, Eve Cunning, Kathy Crawford, Tony Urbano, Brandy, David Akers, Paul, Scott Armstrong, Vicky Sebring, and Ricky Chavez. If you'd like to become a patron and receive episodes of the GrantCast before they are released, visit patreon.com/Saturday Morning Media and set up your monthly pledge today. And thank you for your support. This episode of the GrantCast is copyright 2024 Saturday Morning Media Grant Baciocco, executive producer, all rights reserved. www.saturdaymorningmedia.com. Here we go.
You've been listening to Saturday Morning Media. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.